bottom right we do have Dice, in the top left we do have Rumeith, and Dice is sending out a very early SCV. He could center barracks this. He could just place it, barracks somewhere around here at the turret or something. I don't know, this could only be a block. Not sure what he's trying to achieve with this SCV, but it looks like he's just trying to go for a block because this is scouted. But he's too slow. Doesn't get it done. And it was just a waste of money. He just confirms there's no early pool, I guess. It's gotta be a hatch pool. And then he just throws down a command center himself. Okay, so he just goes for the scout, says, alright, if I see the hatchery, I'm gonna make a CC. If I don't see it, I guess he would go for at least one barracks and a gas, maybe even a 2 racks opening. He doesn't have a wall though, which is very interesting. Like usually you see a wall being made with this, but this is a pure economic build here from Dice so far. Yes, if he's waddling back very slowly here. And yeah, Rumeith has no idea that this is going on, so he's gonna be quite a bit behind here. Very well played by Dice so far. Nice choice of build orders, and it's gonna favor him into the mid game here. Even like an early push with an academy push could be extremely strong. You can probably do that off 4 barracks right now. Oh, he's gonna do it with a +1 and the engine bay. That could be also extremely dangerous. I just hope that Rumeith is gonna make some banelings or something against us, because if not, he might just get killed at around 7 to 9 minutes or something. Once this is really packing a punch with the +1 being done eventually. Yeah, honestly, +1 might be done at around 4 to 5 minutes at this rate. He's gonna have the money. It's a really nice build. Kind of fleshed out already here. And there we go. It's maybe not as tight as I wish it would be, but it's pretty good. And there's gonna be the academy. He's going up to 3 barracks for now. Academy afterwards. But yeah, that +1, 114 seconds is almost 2 minutes. So he's gonna be at, before 5 minutes, he's gonna have the +1. He's most likely gonna have stim with it as well. But I don't think he's gonna have range. So that's one that he's gonna lack. And we'll have to wait and see what he's gonna fight, because so far Rumeith hasn't committed to anything on his side. Oh, I guess except for link speed. So he will most likely be making some links. And Rumeith did spot that's the command set is already done. He sees it's not that many marines. So he might think, hey, maybe you made a command center first here. But this style here with the fast engineering bay, it's definitely not on the radar right now. Unless they really play each other a lot. I'm not sure about that though. The Marines are going to retake the vision tower here. Evolution chamber on the way. No creep spread really yet. There's the first tumor going out a little bit, and he's starting to utilize this now with the queens, but he's solely focused on injecting so far. We're already 4 minutes into the game. We already have more than 3 queens, I want to say. Oh no, he only has 3 queens, but he's about to have a lot more, so yeah, he's probably gonna start to focus more on the creep spread here very soon. He's going into +1 carapace, and that's immediately scanned. Really well done here. Of course, he doesn't know if it's melee or carapace, but it shouldn't be range based on the fact that he just saw a bunch of links. You know, it's gonna be an upgrade style nonetheless. And he's actually getting +1 armor, so he already has stim. He already has. Did he not make a medic? Are you kidding me? Okay, there they are. This overlord, man. I think he sees it. If he takes the turret, he could potentially kill it. A very good position though on that one. And Roachhorn on the way. Of course, you can always swap into a different unit composition with the carapace style, but there's no banelingness, so I'm actually quite afraid here for Rumeith. He has a bunch of links. Can he make this defense happen? Queens are here as well. Only 2 medics. It's not that much staying power. The Marines might just not commit. He's trying to fish the army, I feel like. He's trying to find these links, and now that he found them, now he can make a choice. But he doesn't really want to lose his army before he actually gets the 1-1 up and the range done as well. So he's just gonna roam a little bit, he's gonna force some units, and he's gonna walk back. I really like this. This is a very Brute War-esque tactic that he's utilizing here. Which of course, yeah, it's so common, and it's basically a must-do strategy or tactic. If you don't do this, for example, against a muter player, then the matchup doesn't work, right? You just get wrecked because you're staying at home and you're trying to fend off muters, which are coming at angles you cannot see necessarily, and they'll just slowly kill your eco or your army. So we do have a firebat in the mix. The firebat is of course the frickin' enemy, the nightmare of any Ling force. Like this dude who doesn't know how to move his arms while running. He has the superb firepower. Oh, already expanding to a gold base here. Very fast expanding style here for Rumeith. So that might be actually a really good thing that's gonna keep him in the game here. Command Center is super slow, number 3, but we do have Science Facility already done. The starport is done. There's a dropship first though, so no vessel is accumulating any energy right now. And we need to see that started up very soon here. Vessel is gonna get started now. Does he already have irradiate? No, it's just starting this, all of that. So these things, the sooner they complete, the better here for DICE, of course. He's gonna stim his units, gonna run a little bit forward, but he sees the roaches, so now this fight is gonna be a little bit more tough. And the drop is also not gonna get anything done. He does have a medic in that group as well. Tanks are sieging up. Nothing at home though. Lings coming in. Only 2 marines. If that would have been 2 firebats, the Lings just needed to run away. But now we need to have the SCVs fight. We have a bunch of marines on the high ground. It's gonna go okay. He has another SCV working at that command center. Maybe put another depot or something. I don't know. A bunker over here. So to anchor down the position, or just have a couple firebats always in the ready to counteract these Lings, because they are just amazing. Radiate is gonna be finishing it very soon. Don't lose the medics though. Oh, tanks. Oh god, tanks. Okay, so they only killed 6 units, but that was an oh tanks moment there, if I've ever seen one. Oh, the medic. So DICE is getting down his 3rd command center, but his expansion pattern is very slow. He's trying to swap into Widow Mines now, while he's still producing the tanks, but that's gonna be very difficult, and I feel like the timing might just not be right. He needs units right now, because we're approaching max here for Rumeith, playing a very good old Stefano style, of course, with roaches, with Ravages, not roach only, but a very fast max here on Roach Ravager. And the bio, like some of the roaches are running into the main base, some are fighting at the 3rd base. Tanks are not really in a good position here, not enough fodder in front of them. And a really good push here for our Zerg player, who's killing a lot of stuff. And the irradiates are okay, but they're not good enough. Maybe an eraser would have been better, because there's nothing that shoots air. Just put it onto your vessels and just walk on top of the roaches and just freaking burn them down with the irradiate from the skies. I feel like that might have been the better choice here. And you see the bio trying its damnedest to hold the door, but it seems like the roaches might just a tiny bit too plentiful. He again puts another irradiate on one of the roaches, but GG is called here. I feel like an eraser, that's the move. Maybe it's a little bit too out of the box, really, in that moment where you're like scrambling in defense. But yeah, that might have been actually a move or a way out of that as well. I feel like maybe not getting that AoE in, but get the D-matrixes down on the tanks might have been a little bit better. Or on some bio, just get more tank shots out, right? There was good splitting from Rumeith against the Irradiates. He exactly knew what he needed to do, and he did that, and then he just overwhelmed with that number advantage. And of course the army just wasn't together for DICE, so he was split into 2 groups. If he has all the tanks together, if he has all the marines together, this Roach army is having a rough time approaching. But fighting in smaller bits, that was exactly what he needed to do, and that was really punishing there for DICE in the end. So Rumeith takes the first map, and DICE is gonna choose the Terran 2. And Rumeith has to play the Brute Berserk here on Vermeer in the top left. It's Terran number 2. StarCraft 2 Terran. Okay. A humbling experience there for DICE, I hope. Rumeith looked very, very solid in that game. Oh, Rumeith is gonna get a fast scout with the Overlord going into the correct location here. And we'll have to check if DICE does see the Overlord. Because that might be an issue. Because it's a close position and it can be a bit of a thing. So he already saw the SCV, he knows where he should be. Wait, can't they share the bottom? I think it just showed that they cannot share the bottom. Not sure. Or player map. Okay, so he sees the drone, he knows what's up. There's your 3 hatch opening so far, but we'll go into a 4th hatch here, I think, very soon. Or Rumeith. Just gonna slam that one down. He needs that production up and running here. 1 macro hatch and 3 hatcheries on those resource locations. There's a Reaper coming in. It was a very greedy opening, so there's no links right now. And of course, this being found instantly is also... That's a little bit against the calculation here, I feel like, from Rumeith. But it seems like the Reapers just cannot kill any drones. There's the first one finally go down. That took a while. So he's gonna get another drone here. 2 drones. Then he's gonna get out. And you will see the sunken there at the front. Did he see that base? No, he still doesn't know where the third base is located. And oh, he was about to run in, but then he went out again. There's gonna be some Hellions being in production very soon. A Starport coming up as well. Which could go into Banshee production. Not really sure if I like that choice. But then again, on the other hand, what's there really to defend? You kind of need to make some HYDRAS, or you need to get a Spire. And since there's not a lair, there's not the gas for lair, it needs to kind of be the HYDRAS here, because that's gonna hit very soon. It's just starting, defending with the links for now. And he has Sunkens. The Reaper's trying to get in, trying to get a kill here. He might get one more drone. That's a nice last second save there on the colony. He's running away, is he running again? No. So he does flee. Doesn't want to lose the Reaper yet. Of course there's no creep deny, so you don't actually need the Hellions as much. For the map control, you kinda just... You can just dive with them. And Rumeith did see the Hellions move out. He's gonna snack another worker here. Really well done there. Oh boy, but those Sunkens, man, they pack a punch. You just saw that Sunken eat that freaking Reaper. You licked him to death. You can micro against these, by the way, you can dodge shots. But that's a halberd push. Links are not gonna do it. And the wall at home is closed off. Rumeith tried to do a counterattack, but that's not gonna work. You will lose that hatchery. There's the robots. Now he does have a couple more Sunkens and a few HYDRAS even. So this is not gonna be pushable here for Dice. He needs to reinforce this. He's gonna actually morph into Hellions. He's gonna run away. And he will keep most of these Hellions or Hellbats alive. That base is on the way, but Rumeith, even though he lost that hatchery, he already is making a new one, and he didn't really lose any army, he didn't really lose any economy, so that's not too terrible. I might just need to reroll to Brood War Zerg, because making drones is not my forte. StarCraft 2 Zerg. If I can play with the 15 drones to 20 drones, probably gonna be for me. I like making SCVs and other things, but not drones. Probes. I can do that. Okay, so now we do see the grooved spines here, or what they call, yeah, and grooved spines. Some Hydra range. He's starting to snipe a few of these HYDRAS, but not really finding a lot of damage against those. And actually they do not take the bonus damage, since they're not light. He doesn't really get a good angle. High ground could be nice though, because there's the missed chance, of course. Those HYDRAS are gonna grow in number very soon. More links coming in here. They could be in time to intercept this base. He sees it float over. Is he gonna stay a Ling there or gonna wait until it lands and try to hit it then? HYDRAS do find these Hellions, or is it the other way around? The Hellions will win this fight, but they are very low. If they can join the army again and deploy as Hellbats though, they will get healed up by the medevac. That's gonna be... it would be quite nice. If those links ever turn, he needs to be very careful. Oh, both players are looking at it, and the links do turn for a moment. He's waiting on the high ground, and there he goes, just as Blue Flame finishes up. So he only has one Hellion now left with that Blue Flame. Oh my god. Like, he had so many Hellions, and then he finishes Blue Flame, and he loses all of them. That's such a wasted investment. It's a really lucky timing there for Dice, and not having the Hellbats here with this army. Look at that, no tanks against the HYDRAS, nothing to hold off the links. The Marines are just dying. And this is not looking good for Dice at all. It's very, very difficult. Lurker Spect about to finish up here, so we'll see some Lurkers very soon. Trying to fit in some tanks into some nice positions right now. But only 3 tanks, might as well put one more on the high ground here. We do have HYDRAS trying to push in, but those tanks are going to be in a good position here to defend this one. What's that upgrade? Oh man. Starting energy for Queens, so he wants to play Ensnare, I guess. Is he gonna try to infest the command center? Are we gonna see that? Gonna try to make infested Terrans. I mean, what I really feel like is underutilized and underestimated is the fact that you only need to get the command center to half health to one-shot it afterwards with the Queen. Because the Queen, as soon as it goes inside, it will become unattackable, and the command center will always become an infested command center, so it will be gone for the Terran forever. There's nothing you can do about it. Spores are insane here with that damage. One Hellbat still pushing across the map. He has Blue Flame. Overlord's getting pushed back here. And one Hellbat has to waddle his way over to the water to then slowly die. This was actually misplaced. So he was, he tried to kill the drone there, I guess, but the drone was quick to morph into a hatchery to save itself. He's about to run this into the HYDRAS. So at least he will scout the Hydra movement, but that's a dead Mediwing. Wow, man, this guy's crazy. He's like, okay, your HYDRAS are over there, so I can just walk my Marines into this and just drop them. This army's so small here from DICE, even though he's up in supply, which is the funny thing. But he's not pushing out with all of his units, just utilizing some Marines and some Medivacs. He's killing what he can right now. But there should be lurkers in position, which are not actually. So maybe there's some openings here. Only one sunken is not going to do the trick. Gonna kill some probes, maybe the base. More units coming in here. Can he deny 2 bases at once? He does get the kill on one of them. He needs to run out here. Marines are gonna try to stand their ground. And then the other base here on the east side did finish up, but there's the second wave of the drop hitting. Those guys need to stim again though. There we go. They should be able to finish the job. But this is all lost units now, and look at that. Oh my god, that was even really terrible. And he did accumulate a good amount of siege tanks here behind this. We're looking at about 8 tanks, or maybe even 9 tanks, so that's a lot of tanks. Overlords to transport units. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna do a drop? Where's the queen, by the way? He did get queen energy. Where's the queen? He doesn't have a queen. He's just pushing in right now here. I don't think he can finish a job though, right? Can he? Maybe he has enough HYDRAS, but it feels like the tanks are just barely enough here, and the Marines are barely enough to hold off this wave of HYDRAS. Man! What a massive slaughter here. Both sides. Are we gonna finally see that queen? I'm really looking forward to that. He doesn't have any queen losers. He doesn't have any... Doesn't really have any lurkers. I guess he has 2, yeah, but not that much. That many. 4 Scourge. He's making more Scourge, but no queens, no queens. Where are the queens? Did he get Ensnare, by the way? No, so I only got Queen Energy, which is the wrong one, I think. I'm not sure which this one is. Defile him out now. Wants to be safe first before he tries to fund things. Scourge are trying to hunt down these Medivacs. Not sure if you want to use them against that though. Gonna get one. Oh, connection. There we go. Oh my god. So he uses all the Scourge, but he gets rid of all 3 Medivacs. Consume on the way here. And another base here. Base number 5 on the horizon for DICE. In the meantime, Rumeith has kept on expanding here into the bottom side. Maybe he needs one more macro hedge, I'm not sure. He's spending his money correctly, but seems like he should have more to spend than he actually has right now. Oh, I didn't see this extra macro hedge. Okay, so already has 2 more than I thought. So now everything, all that's missing is the queen, right? We made the upgrade for the energy. So he doesn't want to drop the base directly, he's gonna unload on the top. And then he can either hold the top or he can try to finish off that building base. One more Hellbat in the mix here. He's starting to mix in a few, yeah, a couple actually. Charlotte shooting the gas, I'm not sure about this choice here. It's kind of just revealing the army. And now there's something coming to clear this. I think that's gonna be Adrenaline here. Yep, Adrenaline lands. We do have +1 melee, +3 range coming in. More and more HYDRAS. This army from DICE is also massive. It's not very sophisticated, but it's massive. More movement on the map. This SCV is seeing it all. Oh my god. Ah! And then he gets killed off. 2 more defilers in those drops, actually. So that's gonna be a couple dark swarms in very bad positions. He, of course, sees this base. But there's some marines here coming in to the south. Can he kill those drones? Seems like the answer is no. HYDRAS preventing it. This base is gonna be killed off, though. I guess he's gonna lose it anyways. Might as well let it finish and have at least a couple of rekills. But now Russia might be stuck here. It really comes down to all of this siege strength positioning and how good the plagues are gonna be. But it seems like Rumeith is gonna find a way out here. Oh! Queen's on the production tab, so can we see an infested terror in this game? I don't think he has ensnare yet. What is that? Oh, plague or consume. Oh, it does say it now. This is carrot. Okay. Oh, he's missing that. Is he gonna need it though, man? Oh my god, yeah. If he runs in like that. Oh, bro! And the dark swarm doesn't go off. EMP instantly triggered there. Very well done by DICE. Still, 1 plague does hit. Everything's red. So now we kind of stay back. Yeah, I guess it's DICE. Because he cannot use this army for a while, but he pushes in. Overconfidence. And now he has no front line. He loses all of these expensive units as well. The ghosts that were with this. There's the ensnare. Oh no, that's actually not ensnare. What is that? Oh, defiler energy. Okay, so is he gonna be able to take this one with the queen? Where's the queen? It's not here. He kills that one, but he will lose this army. He's gonna get boxed in. Where are the queens? He didn't make... Oh, did he cancel them? Did he just lose them? Don't tell me. No, he lost them. I don't even know where he lost them. He just lost them. Oh, no. That's not how it's supposed to work. I don't know what that ghost was making over there. Doing over there. But now he is lying on the ground. This army of HYDRAS is getting boxed in here. They're trying to fight their way out, but they would just all get shot down to the ground. Another ghost going in. This guy's going for a nuke. Pretty sure he was seen by the Overlord. Mercy was bestowed on him. Do you see the HYDRAS now cutting off reinforcements? That's an issue with this base. There's the nuke coming in here. We get that one nailed down. The reinforcements just rallying into death there, and the nuke does not hit much. This command set is dust though. So many HYDRAS here pushing in. Can he do something with that though? He's gonna be surrounded now. This is gonna be so difficult. A nice plague though on the right side. Gonna help really reduce that bio count. On the right side though, we do have more and more tanks coming, more and more units, but another command center is gonna fall here. He can just destroy the buildings. He might just run away. Yeah, the planetary is not something he can kill here for now. With just HYDRAS, that's not gonna work. He's gonna make actually 5 lurkers to try and siege that one down. If he could go past by this and just deny the command center on Hydron as well, this would be a really good situation here for Rumeith, but after he killed a few command centers himself. But yeah, it's not gonna happen, it seems like. He's just gonna try to push the full issue here with the lurkers. A nice dark swarm. He could place his HYDRAS under that one. Marines are just not gonna hit anything there. Can he keep this alive? In the meantime though, he's losing everything at home. Dice is just running from left to right and right to left. He will clear the right side, but the left side is getting really decimated here. Down to 120 supply, now even into the red supply as well, so he needs to make more depots. He's completely out of money at this point. He only has 29 SCVs left. I feel like the writing's on the wall here. Rumeith pushing into the production, the heart of the Terran. Medivacs are without the army here, and that's not gonna be good. The army is split, but that's a little bit of a crazy split. The one from Rumeith doesn't make more sense here. It's gonna take down the base. He's killing everything. He's killing everything. He just wanted to see the last nuke, but even that's gonna be evacuated. Can we get a queen to infest this command center, please? I guess not. So technically Dice is still alive, but he has a flimsy army, he has a flimsy economy, and he has a flimsy production. And his last economy is even getting pushed right now. The last command center is gonna fall here. This is actually his last command center. He has 500 more minerals. He could make another one, but this is gonna be GG. And yeah, that's a 2-0 for Rumeith. Very well done here, well played. Yeah.